Why did Neville Goddard say that feeling is the secret? What is this feeling that Neville's talking about, and how can you feel it? How can you feel your desire? And is this important? Is this just a thing that you can do? This is exactly what we're going to talk about right now. So with that, let's just dive into the presentation. And first of all, let's talk about what the feeling is. And I will explain it also throughout this video, give you examples, and give you again a way and then step-by-step way for you to actually shift into this feeling of the wish-fulfilled state, right? So when I speak of feeling, I do not mean emotion, but acceptance of the fact that your desire is fulfilled, feeling grateful, fulfilled, or thankful. So I wanted to use this quote from Neville to dive into this presentation because many people still think that, again, what feeling is meant a certain emotion. And what people then do is they go in their imaginal scene, for example, they try to search for something, for a specific emotion, or like, I have to feel this right now, and this is what it would feel like, and yes, and then they try to hold on this one specific emotion, but it has nothing to do with an emotion, right? It's the acceptance of the fact that your desire is fulfilled. Let this sink in. If you would accept right now that your desire is fulfilled, that mood that is coming up, right? That's the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That can be pretty neutral, right? It can be that some emotions are the byproduct, but it's not that you need to capture them. It's more about really that mood, that acceptance of the fact that it is done. So it's a mood, right? It should be also called, better said, would be like the mood of the wish fulfilled, because feeling, again, it's a word that feeling and feelings, and people like put this parallel to emotions, and then it gets a little bit weird, but it's a mood that you have your goal, the mood that you have your goal, that you are who you want to be. That is what I wanted to say, right? The mood you have, would you have your goal, or would you already be the desired version of yourself? That's the feeling. And it's an automatic mood that you get when you ask yourself the question, how would I feel if right now I am this, if right now I have this, right? That's how you would feel if your goal or desire would already be an objective fact. So that's the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So you can get in that, mysterious feeling of the wish fulfilled already by asking yourself, what would it be like if you gave yourself the complete permission to now fully allow yourself to feel what it would feel like, right? To ask yourself, what would it be like if I have this, if I am this, if this would be in my life, if I already have achieved that goal 6 months ago, 1 week ago, if that's now in my life, what would it be like? Neville also said this throughout his lectures, always ongoingly, just what would it be like, right? To calm the rational mind, which right now, absolutely, of course, because it is tied to the senses, can't accept it or understand it, but to comment, what would it be like? Would it be true? And then there is a mood that will come up, and that's the mood we want to dwell on, and that's the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So the emotions that arise from that are a byproduct of that mood, but they are not required nor an indicator. So don't focus on emotions. You will have emotions, but again, when your best friend walks in the room with a gift, with a present, with your favorite meal, it's not that you say, okay, pause, just stay there. Everything froze, everything freeze, pause, and then you try to ask, okay, what is coming up within me? What is coming up within me? No, it's like all automatic. You experience that act externally, your friend walking in the door with your favorite meal, and you automatically feel joyful, this, and that. And same when you imagine a scene, for example, right? When you dwell on your desired reality in your wish fulfilled, everything that comes up is automatic, but by you experiencing the end, that's all that matters, by you accepting the fact that it is done. And what arises, emotions can arise, can also be that, again, no emotions arise, and it feels very neutral. I also have this many times, and it just feels very like, okay, so that's important here. So getting into that feeling, aka mood, has nothing to do with feeling euphoric, walking around smiling all the time, or being full of happiness hormones, right? The law of assumption is not about forcing yourself to be happy 24/7 or about forcing yourself to be positive 24/7, right? That you think that, just because you didn't felt the most blissful happiness for some minutes or hours, whatever, that now things are gone, that now your desire is gone. But oftentimes, this is what I said here, oftentimes it's a byproduct that you will feel more fulfilled and increasingly more happy and fulfilled from within, when you understand that you are already whole and complete, and that all desired states of consciousness are available in yourself, in your awareness, in your inner world. So then, of course, you feel more like ongoingly fulfilled instead of lacking something or unworthy of things. But again, no need to feel something specific 24/7, right? So no matter what your goal is, it is a state of consciousness which is available to be dwelled upon, right? Which is available to be occupied, available to be shifted into. And no one can tell you how you would feel if your desire is done. Right? It could just be like, oh, cool. Could be like, yeah, nice. It's not about to dwell on emotions. Emotions are a byproduct from the state you are in. So ask yourself, if I'm now this person, how would I see the world? What would it be like? Boom, that's a shift in consciousness, looking through the lens of now being it, of now having it, whatever it is that you want. And then it could be that no emotions are coming up, or that some emotions are coming up, but they're not relevant to be like worried about. So the feeling of the wish fulfilled is a mood that would be yours if your goal is manifested. Let that sink in. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, right? And Neville has an entire book / excerpt of this, which is called, a feeling is the secret. So with feeling, again, it's so oftentimes misconfused, not emotion, but the mood that would be yours if your goal would be manifested right now. That's what you want to capture in yourself, because that's available in yourself. So when I speak of feeling, this is what Neville said. I do not mean emotion, but acceptance of the fact that your desire is fulfilled. So it feels very individual for everyone. You catch a mood, right? And what would the feeling be like were it true? That's the key question, right? What would it be like were it true? Well, then ask yourself the question, suppose I had so-and-so. Suppose this would be in my life. Suppose I am now this, I have this. What would the feeling be like if it were true? Then catch the feeling, right? Catch that mood and put on that feeling as you would wear a suit of clothes, right? So wear it, not just flirt with it, not just say hi to it and then completely leave it again and and dwell on the opposite 24/7. No, really wear it. And should you fall out of it, then dwell in it until it becomes your habitual, natural dwelling place, and until you start to automatically see the world from that state, right? Well, you wear a mood until it becomes natural. And when it seems natural, it has taken root and it will grow and bear fruit in your world. So these are the moods. You can make a mood very natural in a little while, but you must wear it, aka you must return back to it. Although your dream may seem impossible, invite it into your consciousness by feeling it real. Wear this feeling as you would a piece of clothes and persist until the feeling takes on the roots of reality, until it feels certain, normal, until you have this knowing that it is yours, that it is done. So I start from the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I must begin by feeling that I have already arrived. Right? We start at the end. The end is where we begin. Not how can I get there? No. If I would already be there, what would it be like? How would I feel? What would imply to me that I'm already in the end? So we can imagine a scene that implies that. I've already achieved my goal. And catch the mood that would be mine if it were true. And then I wear that mood. If I wear that mood as if it were true, I will realize it in my world. And this is the key, right? This is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is why Neville said feeling is a secret. So what would it be like? Play with that question, right? If right now you have your goal, if right now it would be manifested, would be in your world, you would be your ideal self, and that would be expressed. If you fully would allow yourself to, because sometimes we have even conditioned ourselves to the point where we don't even allow ourselves any longer to, feel what it would feel like, to dwell on the mood, what it would be like, because our senses can't see us, so therefore it's not possible, it's not there. Well, how can I feel it? But it is already available. It is in existence. Creation is finished. All states, all moods, everything you can dwell on, you can feel yourself into, you can shift into is there. So if you now have your goal, if that's now true, what would that be like? Awaken it in you, awaken that mood, that state in you, and let your external world catch up and in a reverberant, echoing way, reflect back who you are within right now and right here, claim yourself to be. Let me know your comments. Let me know your feedback in the comments, please. I would love to hear if that makes sense, if that still is, something that seems difficult. But honestly, this is not something you need to worry about, like, because as long as you ask, am I in the feeling of the wish fulfilled? Am I in the end state right now? Have I felt the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and will it now happen? As long as you ask these questions, well, it's an indication that usually you're not in the end state, because in the end state, you live your life from the end state. There is no question left if it's done or not. You are it already. It is done in you. The wish fulfilled happens in you. Right? So be it now. Be the version of you now that already has the goal. Embody that. Right? Make it certain, make it natural by returning back to it, even though there is no evidence. There is, first of all, no evidence. Right? The evidence of the sense is always the result of first you having subjectively appropriated the end state. Right? So let me know your feedback in the comments. If you need more help, check out the 2 resources in the video description and pinned comments, my free masterclass on my program, meaning if you want personal accountability, support, one-on-one, weekly calls, a private community, high quality, premium, support on your journey and moving closer to your goals and incorporating, internalizing, implementing, and applying these principles the right way without falling back, but actually making movement, so to speak, and you want a proven system, then just apply for my program. You can have a free call with me or my team, or we can find out if we are a good fit. That's the second link in the video description and pinned comments, and I speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.